Welcome to Factorio Release. My name is Nilaus, and this is a brand new Let's Play series here on my YouTube channel. Look at this amazing intro. We've landed on this forsaken planet, and now we just need to survive. Here we are. Welcome to Factorio Free Play. So, before we dive in, I would like to talk about what this Let's Play will be, because maybe you've been following my channel for maybe months, maybe years, maybe weeks, maybe this is the first time you find your way here. Let's start with the first important thing, and that's changing our color. I need to have my purple color, otherwise I just cannot associate myself with this character. So, we are on this channel. I am making Let's Play Factorios, and I'm making Factorio Master Class videos, and all sorts of other goodies. Now this is because we have just a release of Factorio, then I'm going to start a brand new series, and this one will be focused on the new player experience. So, the series is called Let's Start Automating, so we will be starting to automate. That means if you watched a number of my other Let's Plays, maybe you will find this a bit slower. And in that case, I also have another Let's Play on the channel running. That's Death World, and it's sort of a late game, so you can follow that. That also means that, I mean, anyone is allowed to follow both of those, but there will be a significantly different experience. In the Death World late game, I'll be focusing on building and scaling up and not so much explaining. While here I want to explain things very thoroughly, because I expect a lot of new people to come in. So, if you are the key audience for this Let's Play, that new player, maybe you just picked up Factorio, maybe you've been watching a bit, maybe you've been playing a bit, but you would like to sort of improve as you progress, then I'm going to record these episodes, and then I'm going to watch all the comment sections. So be sure to let me know in the comment section if I'm explaining something too fast, if I am not going into enough detail, or if there's something specific you want to see me go into more detail about. So, this is by no means a rush. In any way, we have landed on this beautiful planet. It looks very nice. We'll look at the map view just to get a sense of where we are. Have some iron, some copper, some coal, and some stone. That's what we need, and some water. Currently, we do not have access to oil in here, but I think we have that somewhere around the corner. There's a couple of other things. There is only one mod that I've added, and I'm adding this mod for the sake of making this YouTube tutorial, YouTube Let's Play visible, watchable. And that's called Afraid of the Dark. It doesn't really add anything, but it makes the night a bit lighter and makes the, basically makes lights in the game a bit stronger. So otherwise things have a tendency, especially on YouTube videos, to be very gloomy and dark, but it doesn't change any functionality of the game. So, let's get started. This is definitely new. So on the spaceship, we apparently have some items. I should say that I should also be able to, I can also harvest these, but if I do, then I don't get anything out of it. Okay, so that's a bit of iron and a bit of everything there. Yeah, so maybe already I'm holding shift and left clicking to transfer everything in one go. I can also just look at that one. I can also do without it. I can just go control and left click, and then I'll pick up whatever's in there. It's actually kind of funny, but I've never really thought of it. Like, if I'm not inside this, it's control left click to pick up everything, but if I'm in here, it's shift left click to pick up everything. It's just one of those things you get used to. That gives us our 8 iron plates. That's the same as what we have normally. I'm going to put these in 5 firearms. Good, we are ready to get started. What are we going to do? Well, the first thing I'd like to do is actually take a look and see if there are any big stones around here. I don't think there are. Nope, that's too bad. Sometimes it's just really nice if you have some big stones, because they can, they will contain some coal, and that'll get us started on our very first smelting. So let's chop down some trees, because trees are the true enemy in Factorio, and also they are pretty good for fueling. Now, if you are wondering about how this map was created, so that the parameters and any of those kind of things, then I have a masterclass video. It's called the Best Map Generation, Best Map Settings, something like that. And it's a pretty good one. And at the end of that one, we've generated, based on a number of different criteria, we've generated this map, which is also the map that I'm going to be using now to build with. So the first thing we can do is we take our burner mining drill. I'm going to put it on my hotkey, and a stone furnace also. So let's just walk through what this means. The burner mining, these toolbars here, they are only references. So you don't actually store them here. You just have a reference to how many you have in your inventory. So when I pick something up here, actually, why would I even go up to the coal? We don't even know to go to the coal. Wow, what a blunder to start with. Well, we're running. We're gonna go over and get the iron part started because we have 8 iron plates and we need 9 iron plates to make another one of these. And we also do not have any stone. So I take this and then I go hit the Z key or Z key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. There. I'm gonna put that one in here. Oops. There. And also, I'm just gonna make that here. So, and I hit the Alt key so that we can see what's going on. And as soon as that one makes a single one, we are going to get, you know, this is actually really annoying that we don't have any stones. So if you have stones in the beginning, you really mine the big stones out first. That's so much easier. But now we have to just chop a bit on these stone because we want to, our main first objective is get more iron. We want more iron smelting done because that's what we need to scale up. So let's get as much iron as we can as fast as possible, and we need some other things to support that. Right, so we have now enough for one more of these, and so one more burner miner. I'm gonna make it here. So this is the best hotkey ever, Q button. Just hover over and press Q. Then you pick up whatever you have in that location. So I'm gonna pick up, and now we have 14, great. 14 is enough for one more of these, except it isn't. I'm gonna make a little box here because we probably need to get something here. Because I don't really want to sit here and chop these forever and ever. So we're just gonna chop 5, I guess. Yeah, 5. So the objective of the very first episode here is going to be getting some kind of automation going so we have a bit better. Also, you can actually hold over a mining field and press Q, then you'll get a miner as well. There. And we just chop a few more trees because we're kind of running out. And hopefully by the time we get those trees, we have 5, maybe. Hopefully 10 more stone bricks because that's what we need. We need 10 more stone bricks so we can start mining some coal. And that's probably enough to get going. Right, how much we got? 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. There. We need now more iron so we can make 2 more burner miners. Those burner miners will go up to our coal facility. I'll take whatever I can. Again, just running past and holding control. 1, 2. I'm gonna make 2 of these. Run all the way up to our coal. This coal is actually pretty far away. And it's quite small. I guess this is going to be a bit of a challenge on this map. So let's build some of this. And here we do a little cute little trick where we make them mine into each other. So this one will mine and then it'll push it into the other one, into the coal storage of the other one. And they'll just keep going like this. I can steal it. And then I also now have a tiny bit of coal available. And this will be where we get coal from that we will need to. As you can see, we are already running out. Our wood burners don't really last very long. There. So we have actually way too much iron, but the constraint here is actually stone bricks. So yeah. How much we got? 15, that's excellent. I can make at least one more of these. Oh, so now I've made it into a ghost there, and 10, and 15 more. 1, 2, 1. No, I'm gonna need one more as well. One more. There. That one. So now it's time for us to get more of this. The iron smelting going. Oh, that's not a good one. And yeah, you can also see quite easily that we do not have enough. So I guess it's going to be more stone. Actually, at this point, This doesn't make any sense to do that. I can instead going up here to make more stone, or sorry, more coal furnaces. Getting all the way up here. So we'll build more of these little double ones. And I'm gonna do it there, and just get it off the ground. I'm gonna take whatever is in these two, and I just want to make absolutely sure that they do not run out. So these will now start working, and I have now coal. The way I link things on the hotkey bar is using, oh, it actually says middle click to clear shortcut, but also if you wanted this one in, middle click to get it. This one, I think we'll want to leave it. It looks pretty. So let's get 10 into each of these. They do consume a bit faster, so let's get that one up and running. There. We've got lots of iron plates, but not enough stone to actually make it. This is why things are usually working much better if you have some stone bricks at the beginning. Boom, 45, that's nice. So now we can make, and these are almost running out. Then I'm going to do control right click, no, shift right click. What? Oh yeah, I can't do that because I have this in here. Never mind. Control right click to put in half, control left click to put in all. And that's a good way to just split half in each. You can always make more furnaces because we just need more of those. And how many do we want? We could make, yes. That's kind of not really good enough, is it? There. I'm going to take 4 additional ones up to our coal. The coal is far away, so we want to make sure that every time we go up to the coal, we're actually going to get a nice big batch of coal back. So as you can see here, the beginning is all about just getting a bit more coal so we can get a bit more iron, so we can get a bit more mining, so we can get a bit more stone, so we can get a few more furnaces. You know, all of this is just aimed at. And now I probably shouldn't be doing that with the stone or the wood anymore, because we're going to save a few of these for making power poles soon-ish. And oh, like that. So we got a bit of wood as well. This is just to keep an eye on it to see how much we have of each of those. Not that it's really going to do much for us. And we have 88 coal, so let's fill it in. We can fill it in many ways, but I'm still going to do this with the Z key, just to chop up to 10 in each of these. Well, if I could count to 10, that is. There. And we're going to pick up all the iron. So the question now is, how many should I make of these before starting to go into the next one? That's much more of a sort of a temperament thing. Some people like one thing, some people like other things. There. That should keep it going for 4 and 4. There. Okay, so now we're starting to actually get sufficient amount of these. I'm going to build a few more, because iron is just used for everything in the beginning. So let's make sure we have it. There, 2, 1, 2, and that one, and that one, right? Unfortunately, we just don't have enough stone, so doing this is kind of irrelevant right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take another 4 out here. These burner miners are polluting a lot, so we have to keep an eye on our pollution. This is not particularly relevant right here in this series, because I've set the biters to be pretty far away from us to begin with. But in general, it's definitely something you want to be mindful of, that even if you build, as you build more of these, there, none of this is running out. Great. So now we have 237 coal. So you can see that every time we do each of these cycles, I have 12 here, I have 10 here, I want 12 as well. Unfortunately, there's not really room for 12 right where we're building it. It can only make 11, so we're going to have to make do with 11 here. One more. And Now I can do something else. I'll do control right click to put half a stack in. I don't want to put half stacks into the other ones because the furnaces are not really using very much. You can also just hold it down and just go back and forth here to your heart's content. I'm going to leave some so we can put it to the other locations there. And can we build one of these? Yeah, we can, but we can't. Going down to the stone bricks, and at some point soon I'm going to also get some coal up. Ugh. There. Let's get the last of these in here, and don't like that. And let's get the copper as well. Now it's time for us to build copper. How many? 1, 2. I just need 3 copper. 3 copper seems to be just fine to start with. We really don't need a lot of copper to begin with. Stone, I only need a lot of, but this not really. And I know I said I shouldn't be using wood, but I did. Okay, now we can start making some things in order for to make power. 1, 2, 3, 4 steam engines. That's where we get the power from. 1, 2 boilers, and we also need some pipes. There we go. And when we get some copper, we can now start making offshore pump. We're not going to need more coal up here, so it's just a matter of going up there to do a supply run once in a while. And we have the power here. And this one should now be good. We can take out this part because we now have proper 1, 2, 3. So put 25 into each. I kind of also want to take these out just because. 10 and 10 in that one. And we can now use this one to make an offshore pump. What else do we need? We need some power poles for sure. And we pick up more iron here. And now it's just a matter of doing a lot of supply runs. Should I make one more? I don't know. Maybe I should, but I don't. So this is a very big difference from a lot of people. Some people like to go really quickly on electric power. I don't particularly want that. Let's cover how the electric power works. I'm going to take some inserters, and we can take some iron chests. Don't really like the iron chest right now. Stone chests are just fine. There. So we are going to make an offshore pump. This is how you start with the power. Very, very simple. We start an offshore pump that gives us water. I'm going to bring the water in. This isn't really necessary. I just like to have some space between it so it doesn't get too cramped. Then water goes into boilers. Let me think. I don't think about this. I'm going to put 2 boilers. Each boiler is consuming 60 water per second and producing 60 steam per second. Each of the steam turbines, you can see the steam comes out here. The steam here is consuming 30 steam, so I can take 2 of these for each one, and that gives us exactly the consumption of all the steam that's produced here and here. And I'm also going to take these 2. This is kind of the way I do things, because we're going to do some copy pasting. And we get our first 2 inserters. I'm going to take that one and that one. They are not powered yet. Get a few belts, because that's probably a good idea. We'll just get the belts here. So it's going to start somewhere up here. And we're going to start with a little box. Didn't we get a box? We did get 1 box. And I'm going to kickstart this by getting... Okay, that was not enough. Come on, give me the box here. Yes, please. The box is that one. And of course needs to be some more of these inserters. Here. There's nothing magical about this way of doing it. But what I'm doing here is basically just saying, put it in a box. The box will feed these, and this one will be happy and start producing electricity. Now we go into the electricity meter. It's funny how much it spikes. The only electricity we consume is a tiny bit for the inserters, the way this works is that they will grab, in this case 20, that will be stored in here. And however, the production or the consumption of coal is dependent on the output. So it only consumes coal when it can produce steam. It can only produce steam when the steam engines are consuming. You can look at the consumption, it says 0.1, 0.0, how little power is actually being produced or being consumed from this, which is good, because we want that. Now I'm going to drag my power poles to start in control. Oh my god, who built that right in the middle of my base? Ah, that's like so typical. Alright, I'm just going to drag this up here, because that will be sort of our first little automation thing. So what we want to do now is press T to open our science. The first thing you always want to get is automation. This takes 10 of these bulbs. So what we need to do is make a lab and make 10 bulbs. I don't know why I've called bulbs. I never do that. Science things. We can make 8 of those, and that's just something we need to handcraft our way through. And you can see while I was away, all of the coal ran out. Can I make 2 more? That's good. And then I can make 1 of these. I don't need more than that. And I also make a few chests, because why not? And a few power poles. I think I want the power poles to be into that location. That's just where. See, this is idle because all of the internal buffers are full. There. Whoops. Somehow we just made that one bad. Yeah, they're almost empty. So now we have tons of this. That's perfect. Let's build the first part. And what I can also do is I can also start making some gears, some electronic circuits. I right click to create 5 at a time, and some inserters, because why not? And when we get the first one, we can start our first automation, which will be sort of what we want to achieve. We want to just get started on the very first automation, explaining how the power works and making the first part of the science so we can unlock some fancy new tech in the first episode. And we have our science lab. I can't remember where I place it. I usually place it somewhere. And I just control click these in. That means this is starting. And it's going to be happy. Automation is following up here. That's good. So we are closing in on what we wanted to achieve in this episode. So let me just talk a bit about what this is going to be happening. So right now that Factorio 1.0 is new, I'm going to be releasing these episodes on a daily basis. As time progresses just a bit, I'm probably going to change to a sort of every other day cycle, so it doesn't get too overwhelming for me or for you to keep up, if you're also keeping up with the other series as well. And yeah, so I'll be releasing on my YouTube channel. There will also be, on top of that, there will be regular masterclass videos. There will be over on Twitch, if you want to drop by there. I'm streaming live. It's another series. It's more, I don't know, more advanced, but also a bit more quirky in terms of sort of what we're trying to do in that base. I don't want to have that one anymore on the map, and I think I can take these out, and I can take that one. Cool. So at this point, I just want to make sure that I'm crafting things all the time, because as soon as I get this automation, then I have a lot of things that I want to craft. So let's be ready for that. At this point, it's basically a bit of whack-a-mole with this. That one has run out. Yep. This one is almost out. Yeah. And the automation, I'm ready for it. And then we need to start working on... can't do that. Ta-da! There we go. And I'm going to take some of the next thing. Ooh, logistics. Look, that's a new icon. Exciting. I think we'll take logistics there. And now we can make some assembling machines. A lot of those. And some inserters and some boxes. I'm going to put the box here. I'm going to put that one here. So what are the things that we want to make as part of the last bit of this this episode? Well, there are a few things that are super easy to make, or super important to make. And for example, this one makes gears. And this one makes belts. If I put some iron in here, they will start working. Gears, and make belts. And I think I'd actually want to do it in a different way. There. So I also can put some extra ones in there if needed. I am going to use this limit up onto here so I don't create more than one stack. And if I want to remove this limit, I press here. Let's just make sure that I don't overdo this. Now I want to make something else. That's going to be even a bit simpler. And that's going to be green circuits. I'm just going to make these things that I think we're going to be needing. Oops, no. That was definitely not what I wanted. That's okay. This will be wire and green. So now I put some 1.5 and 1. That's the ratio you need. If you look at it, it takes 1 iron and 1.5 copper. So if I put 1 stack of iron and 1.5 stack of copper, then they'll run out at the same time. If we're planning on any kind of biters around here, then I think it's prudent to also build. I guess we lost our ability to make wooden chests at this point. We can make some ammo. That's probably a good idea. And then put some iron in here. There. So now we make some ammo. If we want to make something more fancy, we can also do something like this. And this one will be making automation, because that consists of gears and copper plates. So I just grab that one in here and that one in here, and then put some copper plates in here. Unfortunately, we are probably not going to get enough in this one. I'll just put some of these in here. Let's see if it works. Now, however, our power is increasing, so the next thing we want to do is make sure that we do not run out of power, which is something that kind of always happens for me. Oh, I made a mistake. Ah, no wonder. That one shouldn't be there. And up here we're going to get some coal. That's going to be the last thing we want to do, because I just don't want to run out of power on this the end of the very first episode. One thing that I think we want to do is make, and I'm going to take that one, and then we can make a radar. Making a radar is super important. Let's put it right there in the middle, so that will start exploring the area around our base. And we go back down here and get some, put some more coal in this box. How much is there? 69. I'm going to put half of it. So control right click to insert half of everything in there. There we go. We have actually a tiny little base that's ready to go. As you can see, we're running out of coal here. There. I'm also going to do this one for coal. So we have some basic iron smelting, basic copper smelting, basic stone mining, basic automation here, and very basic science that's actually going, and also getting some coal. All of it, there's not much automation, but we have the very first automation, and that's going to be a great place to end our first episode of this Let's Play. So, as always, this is a YouTube Let's Play. Well, surprise, surprise. That means the very first episode is the most important one in terms of just getting the visibility and for the series. So if you like this episode, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to keep up with all the awesome Factorio content on my channel, hit the subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below if there's something you really want me to go into detail. Maybe I've been glossing over some things that I'm trying to put my mind in this place of a beginner and explain things as much as I can. However, it's very easy for me to skip things unintentionally. So let me know if there's anything, and then I'll take that input and put it into the recording of the next episode. So the comment section is even more important than usual. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next episodes or on my Twitch stream. So happy launch event, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care and stay effective.